how the from the beginning, how from the idea creation to the project's execution, portfolio, how the portfolio, all the steps which were in the involved in into the PPM. We are going to discuss all modules. First, our first module is the PPM standard. How we can activate the PPM plugin and what are all the roles we are going to get now while activating the PPM plugin and the dashboards. What are the outcomes, out of box features we are getting uh, through the PPM plugin, and that we are going to discuss in the PPM mo model, and also manage create and manage waterfall methodology. In the PPM, we have a couple of methodology for execution of the project. One is a waterfall, another one is a agile methodology, and also ServiceNow recently introduced hybrid methodology for the agile. That all we are going to cover in this. I mean, in the agile and waterfall, we are going to cover how we will maintain the sprints and epics stories. How will it work, and what no what is the what kind of dashboards we can get with this agile model. All these things we are going to discuss in the agile model. The test management, the how the test management will work in related to the project. Yeah, here we are, as I mentioned, we how the when we are create if you want to create any story, what are all the requirements, or how we can go ahead with the creation of the story. For example, I have a requirement, uh, one idea get created that converted into the project, and then in the project there is a we in the project we get we have to create a stories for do the requirement. In that case, how we'll utilize agile, and on the how the story will need to create, and how the how the platform will work. There we can track all the details through the agile that will cover. And the demand management. Let me come up with. Yeah. After creation of idea, if it is a qualified idea, the demand manager will look into and create the demand. And mo we can say that completely the PPM, the heart of the PPM is a demand management, where we uh, configure all the things, the stakeholder portfolio and the resource configuration, time card management. All we configure all these things in the demand management. How the stages will move from the draft to complete. What are the stages involved in the demand, and what is the use of workbench, and the bubble chart, how we can utilize the bubble chart, and financial charts, how we can navigate, and how we can utilize, how can we configure those things. Will discuss in the demand module, the demand task. And also, if you want to reset the demand to the draft state, how the process should be. And also in the how we can create a project from the demand, whether we can in the recently ServiceNow introduced task to demand. Previously it is not there. Instead of creating a project, we can also create a task itself in the demand. If it is not required to create the project, how, in what case we are going to create that one. And portfolio, here when coming to the portfolio, the portfolio managers, when they if they want to invest in the particular project, they have to know what are all the outcomes coming out from the project, whether it is a beneficial or not. Then only if it is a benefit for them, then only they invest in the particular project, the portfolio. So for that, they need to able to see complete charts and the tracking info. They should have some tracking. For that, ServiceNow give some dashboards to the portfolio manager. They can see from the dashboard, and they can calculate the whether it's profitable, how much it is profitable. Uh, from based on that they can invest or approve the project. Program management. Okay, let's come from the here the PPM hierarchy is like that. Like first begin from the idea, creation of idea. After it qualified, we move to we the demand manager will go ahead and create a demand. Then after completion of the demand, it got moved to project. The project may have should have one program and portfolio. Like portfolio contains couple of number of program contains number of project from the demand from the idea. Here there is a hierarchy for it. We are all going to discuss how we can configure all this thing, and if we are require any development part, how we can develop any new thing, how we can write enhancements. All these things we are going to discuss in this um, session. And the plan start when the project need to be started, and when the what are all the dependencies and resources, time cards management. Always these things we'll discuss here. Competence, yeah, resource management. uh, while while in the demand stage, we have to as I mentioned earlier, we have to configure the resource management. In the resource management part, the resource manager will decide the cost for the individual resource and group resource based on hourly, and all this calculation how it will affect on the project, the resource cost and all these things. Those we will discuss as part of the resource management. Feel free to stop me if I am going fast or if you are not understanding it. I mean, please feel free to
Sir,
ask
please.
any question.
Sir, I
Yeah.
feel like if you can
Sorry, I am not able to
please
hear
go
you.
slow.
Hello?
Yes, sir, please go slow. Actually, I feel like it is very. Can you go slow?
Yeah, sure, sure, definitely. Sorry, my apologies for that. Yeah,
No issue.
yeah, yeah. Just I forgot that has problem. Just I'm reflecting. Okay. The, uh, hello? Yes, please let. Okay. Let's. I think it's better to cover this slide, these things, and better to discuss orally. Oh, okay. ServiceNow PPM is a part of ITBM. In the ITBM, PPM and APM are the main modules. PPM stands for Project Portfolio Management. In the PPM, is about how in the organization, uh, as an employee for I'm an employee for the organization. I want some area need to improve or something want in my organization. For example, I joined in the organization. When I joined, I didn't see any onboarding softwares or any onboarding process. Just they gave a offer letter and just I joined like that. But organization involves a couple of onboarding process. Am I correct? In that case, I feel this area need to improve. So I go ahead and I can go ahead and raise a uh, the idea in the service now. There, the PPM will begin. What, what PPM can do is Yep. I'm more.
Hello, Shrikant, are you on meeting? Or anyone, please confirm like whether Shrikant is audible or not.
Not audible.
Yeah. Hmm. Nilima, can you please confirm to the same Shrikant like his voice is not audible? Can you please convey him a message?
Right, it's not audible.
No, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible now.
Now I am audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. Sorry, I don't know what is the issue from my end. Is it clear now? My voice. Are you getting any disturbance from my end?
All
Now
clear, sir.
audible, but not with.
Oh, is it okay?
It's
Can
audible,
you
Hello.
but
please
not
share the
what
screen?
as clear.
Yeah, sure. Just I'm checking my voice, whether my voice is audible or not.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, my apologies. I mean, I don't know where you lost me. Uh, I'll start from I start from the beginning. PPM is a part of ITBM. I mean, I guess you're already aware of it. The ServiceNow have couple of plugins or like a couple of major models like ITSM, ITBM, ITOM, HR. PPM belongs to the ITBM. In the ITBM, we can see the APM and PPM are the major modules. And coming to the PPM, Project Portfolio Management. In every organization, there is a standard process for running a project. How we'll run the project. Uh, when we are running the project, there is a need of set of divide the task among the team members, and every team member have some uh, some dollars per hours price price tag, right? So all these things will manage in the PPM, and the investors and approvals for the projects. Simply, I'll explain in the simple way. In an organization, I want something to be happen that helpful for everyone. Okay, then in that case, I'll go ahead and raise an idea. So uh, not only me, everyone thinks that need to be implement. So in that case, everyone create an idea for that or vote for my idea. When when demand manager look, so now that I idea have more demand, so that need to be implement, everyone want that change. So when demand manager look into that, he'll think, oh, it's required for everyone, so it need to be created as a demand. We have to implement this particular idea. So in that case, demand manager will create a demand. So when here in the demand, the actual the actual planning comes into the demand, how the project will execute and who will be the stakeholders for this project, who will be the project manager and who is the program manager for this project, and which team need to work on this project. For example, my software need to be implemented Angular, so the Angular team will work on this. So what kind of price tag they have, and what kind of resource, I mean what kind of resource I am looking, and what kind of price within the price of which how much price for my project is allocated. All these things uh, we can configure in the demand, and also along with the time card, how much they have to spend time on it on the project. Then after configuration of all these things, I will submit my idea for the screening. In the screening process, the stakeholder look into that. Oh, this idea make help for everyone, and also uh, he feel that he'll get the profit. I mean, more outcome profit from the project. Profit not say in terms of money, in terms of the employee, date work progress might be improves. So then the project can the demand uh, get approved. If the stakeholder get approved, in that case the demand move to the project. In this project, the actual development come into the picture, whether the project need to be executed. We have, okay, before entering it, we have a couple of methods to run a project. Whenever I mean we are doing some development work, there should be some tracking and method how we are developing, how we are moving. I guess I mean just I would like to know, are you currently working? Hello, are you currently working on service now?
Yes, Shrikant.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Hello?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Oh, sorry, I'm not getting why I'm lost. Can you please confirm me? I mean, where did you lost me exactly?
share
Oh,
screen.
sorry.
Share screen. It's fine.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, you can go
Yeah. Uh, for execution of the project, we have couple of methods. I mean, any project for doing any as um, just I would like to know. I mean, are you working on the service now right now currently, or
ahead.
any other project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shrikant.
If you are, yeah. Okay. Uh, in the development part, when any story need to be when any task need to be implement, there is requirement of for some stories or some information acceptance criteria
Sir,
about
you
the
left at
particular.
stakeholders. You left at stakeholders, then can you please move on with the stakeholders again?
Okay. If the stakeholders feels that this uh, demand need to be implement as a project, they will approve based upon their calculation whether is this project will give the profits for the organization uh, or not. Based upon it, they will approve. In if they approve, the demand get converted as project, and not automatically the idea manager will look into it. He will convert that sorry, demand manager will look into it. He'll convert the demand to project. Once the project get created, the project need to be then the development come into the picture. So how, to develop something, we have couple of processes, two process mainly: agile or waterfall methodology. This is a generic methodology for every tools, not only for the this PPM service now. These are the common across the IT industry: waterfall and agile methodologies. So in the waterfall methodology, once I mean we have to wait. I mean, it like a series methodology. Once the task is done, then we need to go with the next task. When coming to the agile methodology is like a parallel. We can add task after in between the tasks as well. It will allow. Those are all the standard methodologies to execute any project. And also we have hybrid methodology. We are going to execute the project any of these method from these three. Once the methodology get created in the hype, in mostly we use agile methodology, and nowadays no one going with a waterfall as it have number of backlog drawbacks. So in the agile methodology, we have epic stories and scrums. How we'll discuss how this will work, how the story will assign to a developer, how the developer will work after completion of the work, what kind of tracking is required. Um, for example, I have created a story and assigned to you. Once you complete it, someone need to, I mean, review that story. I mean, the review the development part. Then, then only it move to the test and after UAT or production. In that, this is the process, right, for any development. So the agile methodology will track all the steps and guide us to uh, make better progress. This is how agile methodology will work. After where once the method all the tasks will completed, we are good to the close up project. This is completely about the PPM model. In the PPM model we have also a couple of sub models: resource management, time card management, price tag management, financial management. All these things we are going to discuss in this session. Any questions? I hope you still able to hear me.
Yeah, going great, sir. Please continue.
Any question as of now? Okay, just
Shrikant.
uh, yeah, please. Hello, someone call my name. Hello, am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah, you call my name. I mean, any question here?
No, Shrikant.
Okay, okay. I gave all the overview about the PPN. Just I am driving through this PPT. You can by seeing this, if you get any doubts, you can feel free to ask and stop me at any point. Yeah, this is all about the how to activate the PPM model in the ServiceNow, and how to assign the roles. What kind of roles we are going to get while after activating this PPM model. For example, uh, while I am telling giving the overview, mostly I use the demand manager, idea user. What kind of roles they have, the stockholder, what kind of role stockholder have, what with the stockholder role, what kind of tables user can able to see, and what kind of fields they can able to access, and what are all the restrictions for other users. We are all things we are going to discuss, and also the methods, waterfall and agile methods, the test management. uh, the stories of after move to the test, how the test management take into the place in the agile management, how it will track the testing. Those things we are going to cover in the test management. The demand of we are how the in the demand pod, how it the demand convert. We are going to discuss about all the steps from the creation of demand to end on the creation of the project, how the demand converted into the project, the planning, how the planning will take in place into the demand, and the workbench. What is a workbench? It is a little bit interesting topic. Is a workbench is an interesting topic. We can see. Sorry. Risk issue decision action. Yeah. Mainly in the demand, these risk issue decision action and request changes. These four five directly calculated. How this directly calculated based upon the assessments. Uh, have you aware of surveys assessments?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Based upon the when we once the survey submitted, the survey details, assessment detail fill into this risk decision action request. how it we'll discuss how it get configured, how there is a, for example, my demand move to all screening stage, draft 2. In that part, I while reviewing stakeholder reviewing, he want couple of changes. The idea configure this demand configure entirely wrongly. I don't want this demand configure like this. I want it to be another way. In that case, how we revert completely to the beginning, how the from the end to drop state, how will how it will happen. Those we'll discuss and we'll cover. And the portfolio manager, how the portfolio manager approve demand, and what are all the dashboard um, he can able to see, how he can access, what are the benefits come with a service out of box service now to access the stakeholder program, what program manager can able to do, and how the program task will execute. This project management we are already covered all. Resource management in the organization, uh, every resource have some price based upon the hourly. In generally, for example, when any project come to us, the bidding is like, we are giving this many resource, for each resource this many dollars per hour. In that way the project bidding is happen in any every project, every organization. So so in this resource management, those like price tag will assign to developer. If it is a junior developer, for example, $10, senior developer $15. So based upon the employee capability, the resource manager will allocate the prices for the execution in the project. Recalculate how once the price tag is approved, how we can recalculate those price tag, and the time zones they can work, and due date, and all these things will get configured in the resource management. Multi-currency project. Yeah. uh, for example, if a, I mean this happened really, if I have a couple of employees who is there in who is in um, US, and also I have a couple of employees who is in Japan, another country. We gave for their own current, we gave price tag in their own currency. So, but while most of our project in dollars only, how we'll convert those different currencies into the one price, that will cover in this. The rate model, how what basis we assign the prices to the resources. Domain separation is Domain separation is nothing but, for example, I have one instance service now, but I would like to share. I have big organization, and in the big organization, several we have several companies. So I would like to buy one ServiceNow instance for entire my organization, and divide that instance to couple of different divisions or different companies. So, and in that one company data should not able to access by another company. That is the condition. In that case, in the service now providing domain separation, what a domain separation can do is, it will separate our instance. For example, uh, how can I say, yeah, if you take the Tata organization, you have couple of companies, Tata Aerospace, Tata TCS. They are, if they are, just take an example, if they are using service now, if they if they want to optify the domain separation will give one uh, part to the TCS company, one part to the um, aeronautic company. The aeronautic company data not able to access by the TCS data not able to access by the aeronautic, and the developer who is going to work on it, they should have to make changes in, if you want to make mm any enhancement for the aeronautic, they have to select their domain. They have to make it in their domain. Those will applicable for that particular aeronautic domain. If they want to, if TCS want any changes, we can apply changes to the particular TCS. Though these will not affect to other domains as well. And there we have we'll discuss how we can configure the domain separation. All this part. Instead of going multiple domain separation is nothing but instead of going multiple domain, we can opt single domain and separate it. Here just a quick test how we can run the test on the project. Yeah, this all about the PPM session. We going forward we are able to discuss. Do you have any questions? Please let me know. I hope still I'm audible. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with my demo. You can post your questions. Hello.
Sir, do it contains paid content as well
Which
that
one?
is found
Sorry,
on
which
Now
one?
Learning?
Which one?
Paid content, sir. Paid content.
Yes. I'm going to cover entire end to end from the beginning to end about the PPM. But
And
no material
like
and
do it.
also yeah, please go ahead.
No, no, sir. Please go ahead.
End of the session, I'll share the documentation as well about the PPM. How will so for your future reference.
Okay, okay. Then that will be a great. And like, do we also work on like same thing like simulator type that if in case you share an idea and then it goes to demand management and project management as well.
Yes, for each and every session, we are going to do task, real time task, how it will
Hmm.
in the real time, how it will execute.
Okay.